everyone, and welcome to Simply Made Homestead. Now today I am going to show you how to grow corn for yourselves and for your animals. It is an absolutely beautiful day here in Central Florida. The temperature is perfect, no humidity, nice breeze blowing. It is just absolutely amazing. You know, you hear about all these things about the supply chain and the wars and the conflicts and all the things that are going on in our world. And, you know, it's scary. There's just no other word for it. It's concerning. It puts fear in you. And as I heard Justin Rhodes say one time, turn the television off and grow something. And I could not agree more. So today we're going to grow corn for ourselves and for our animals, because there's so many things in this world that we cannot control. But what we grow in our yard, what we grow in a flower bed or in pots, we have that control. And sometimes it doesn't go well, but we learn from it, and we learn how to grow food for ourselves, for our families, and for our animals. And today we are going to grow corn. Now last year we planted sweet corn last fall in our garden, because we love it. Corn on the cob, cream corn, oh my goodness, so good. And we were planning to plant it again this spring and to even plant more of it. And but anyway, with everything going on in the world like it is, and the fear of food shortages and the cost of living just getting really out of hand and crazy, through the help of my friend who brought me seeds, and it is the Hickory King dent corn, which is really good for making cornmeal and grits. And guys, if you don't like grits, like my husband, he's from the Northwest. He never liked grits until he ate my grits. Find somebody who knows how to cook grits. You gotta have a lot of salt and a lot of butter. It just makes it so yummy. Or throw some cheese in there. Some people really like the cheese. But it's really good stuff. But you dry it, you let it dry on the cob, and you have feed for your animals. You can feed your animals. You can make cornmeal for yourself. You can make grits for yourself. When it's in the milk stage, you can roast it. Oh my goodness, roasted corn on the grill, absolutely yummy. So this is a very versatile corn. Now Hickory King is not the only kind of corn that you can do this way. There's field corn and other kinds of corn. I don't know all the different brands, so I can't tell you that. I can leave a link below for you to Haas Tools, where you go into the different kinds of corns, and they have lots of information that will tell you what those corns are good for, so you can order your corn seed. So far with us planting this dent corn, these are the things that have been different for us. Now we planted all our corn on drip tape. We have planted everything on drip tape. I didn't plant my potatoes on drip tape this year, and let me tell you, I already regret it, okay? I got another month or more before the potatoes are ready to dig, and I already regret it. So we love the drip tape. Corn loves water, so the drip tape is an excellent idea. If you don't have drip tape or you can't get drip tape, I used soaker hoses on my peanut field last year, and that worked out great too. But the reason that we prefer the drip tape is because you make your furrows, you lay your tape, and it's right there at the roots. It doesn't have to soak all the way down and all this kind of stuff. It like right at the roots and really gets everything well watered. Last fall we planted our corn 6 inches apart, the sweet corn, peaches and cream, and it's so yummy. But we planted it 6 inches apart on 3 foot with a 3-foot row spacing. Now with our dent corn, so the package said to plant it on 1 to 2 foot rows, which means your rows would be 1 to 2 feet apart, and each of the corn to plant them 12 inches apart. Well, the drip irrigation, the emitters or the holes in the drip tape are 12 inches apart, which makes it perfect. So we plant it on top of or right beside each of the emitters. We also planted them in the cell trays this year, where we can actually have a little more control over the plant. All right, guys, I have brought you inside for two reasons. One, because the beep, beep, beep on that tractor was driving me absolutely nutso and making it very hard for me to keep my train of thought. But on another note, I want to show you my setup for starting my seeds and what I use. Now, this right here, these are regular fluorescent lights. I think there are actually 6 of them. I can't remember now. Whether it was 4 or 6, it was a really good price. It was like $79 for these fluorescent lights, and which usually before I have bought them at like Lowe's and Home Depot, and they were like $50 a piece. So this is a huge savings. They have worked really, really well. I'm very pleased with them. I do get a high, like a 4,000, 5,000 lumen, I guess is what it's called, on the lights, but I will put a link in the description box for you if you'd like to check them out. But this is my setup. This is just a metal rack. Originally when we bought them, we used it in the kitchen. Now I've hung my lights from it. My husband, he just makes up these little hooks for me. I mean, he just scrap metal, he does it around, and we hook it up there by the chains that way, and it works out really, really well. But anyway, with the corn, what I did, I used the seed starting mix, just covered my cell trays, poked it down about 1 inch, you know, to my first knuckle on each of the cells, put a corn in there, put some more seed starting mix over the top, and then you water it really, really well. I use the mist, I take it outside, use the misting setting on my nozzle or on my sprayer, and I just get it a good soaking, because you want that shell of your seeds to be nice and moist so they can break through. Now once they sprout, you don't keep it as moist anymore, because it will, you know, too much water will kill the plant. But you'll be able to tell. You watch, you'll see when it needs some water. Before it sprouts, I will literally take it outside and just give it a little misting once a day. Every day until it starts sprouting, and then I start kind of backing off, and I don't put as much water to it. But this is how I start it right here. Now once it gets up where it's getting ready to go in the garden, I'll start taking in my seed trays outside and let them adjust to the sunlight. Now if you have an overcast day, it is a perfect time. Take them out there, and you can leave them for several hours, even like the first day or two. I mean, it will do absolutely beautifully. You'll be amazed the difference between that really burning sunlight versus an overcast sky. But you do want to make sure you gradually get them accustomed to the outdoor, the sunlight and things like that. Now even in the house, I'll turn the ceiling fans on and let the wind blow them. It helps to strengthen the plants. It's really good for them. All right, now once your seeds have germinated and they've come up, and they've come up a little bit, usually with my regular plants, I'll wait until you've got like a second set of leaves, and then I'll throw a little fertilizer to them with the corn. When it got up about this big, I went ahead, and when it was time to water, because it was up, so I didn't have to use a little mister anymore, I put a little 20-20-20, mixed in some water, and kind of like you would with Miracle-Gro, and use like a teaspoon per gallon, and then use my little sprayer or my little watering can, and I water it over the top that way to get it up and going. Once you get to the point where you can fertilize your plants, you can start hardening them off. They're getting up there. You can see right here in this picture here, they're ready to go in the garden for sure. So our seeds have germinated. They've come up out of the dirt. We have fertilized them. We started hardening them off, and now it's time to take them to the garden. So let's get these things planted. Now you'll see here, Andrew, he has a little stick he made that's 12 inches long, and he's measuring his way along the row right there, which he was a lot quicker at getting his spaces than I was, because I was pushing back the dirt looking for the water. We had the water running, so it would make it nice and easy to be able to find the water. But so you pick your way, whatever works better for you. Find that first hole, measure off a stick for 12 inches, and you can move along pretty quick there. But be sure, still look for that emitter, just in case it's not just right at 12. You want that corn planted right on that emitter. Now that our corn is planted, we are going to let that water run for hours, for several hours, because you have a regulator on the end of it that keeps the water coming through it there at just the right amount, so you don't bust that drip irrigation. So you want it to get nice and moist and well watered. Now once your corn has been planted for about a week, you'll see it. It'll start getting up there. When it gets about 6 inches tall, it is time to heel that corn, and it's very important. You want to heel your corn at least 2 or 3 times, depending on how fast it grows. It may get away from you and make it real difficult to heel, so you got to get at least a couple of times in there, guys. Don't let it get away from you. So the first time I heel my corn, when it's small like that, when it's only about 6 inches, I have the double wheel hoe. Now Haas Tools also makes the high arch wheel hoe where you could do your second heeling with that. I don't have that, so I use a hoe. My husband likes to use a garden rake, so whatever you like best. But with the double wheel hoe, if you have one and you do the first heeling, it makes it really easy. Now if you have the drip tape, I like to run the 20-20-20 through the drip tape with the fertilizer injector that you can hook up to your drip tape. If you do not have that, no fear. Take you some 10-10. We'll sprinkle it all down the side of the corn, all the way down the row, just one side, and then you'll come back with your double wheel hoe if you have it and push dirt all up and down each side of the corn. Makes it real quick and easy. If you don't, grab your garden rake, grab your hoe, whichever tool you prefer, and just pull some dirt up. You don't want to cover your corn up all the way, but you want to hill it up. You want to bring dirt up on the sides of the corn to give it lots of dirt for the roots to spread out, to grow strong in, and to give them support. Now after that first heeling, you just kind of need to watch your corn to decide on your second heeling. Like for me, when we grew our sweet corn before, it was kind of like, okay, if you get a lot of rain, it kind of washes the dirt away, so just kind of watch your corn and just don't be afraid to heel it. Heel it, heel it, heel it. You can't heel it too much unless you covered your corn. That would be too much. Other than that, just bring it up. Bring your dirt up around it. Give it lots of love, lots of support, and it'll love you for it. Now once your corn is planted, make a plan. When do you want to fertilize? Corn also likes calcium nitrate, so does your tomatoes, your potatoes, all of your nightshades, eggplants. It all loves calcium nitrate. My muscadines love it. My plan is on the 1st of every month, I fertilize with 20-20-20. On the 15th, I use the calcium nitrate. It makes it real easy for me to keep up with, and has a really good routine for my vegetables, for my crops. All right, guys, that is how to grow corn for yourself and your animals, and to ensure a more self-sufficient lifestyle, and to take away some of that fear on how am I going to feed my animals? How am I going to feed my family? Now, one thing that I have not added that is very important, make sure that however much corn you are going to plant it in as much of a square as you possibly can. And the reason being is that corn is self-pollinating. It is pollinated by the wind. That's right. When the silks show up and the tassels are blowing in the wind, they're falling. The seeds from the tassels are falling into the silk, and that is what is creating that ear of corn. So we want our corn well pollinated. If you ever see a holy ear of corn, that's not a well pollinated or a well fertilized ear of corn. All right, guys, that's it for today. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and if you have enjoyed this video, please give us a big old thumbs up. It's a huge help to us. It's a huge help to our channel, and we really, really appreciate it. And as always, if you ever have any questions or comments, please be sure and leave them in the comment section below. We'd love to hear from you, and we'll do everything we can to help you. All right, until next time, get in that garden, get dirty, and let's grow some food. Take care, and God bless.